Good morning and welcome to Sabina Park for this Bryce Academic Under 19 competition. The Julie Kings, they won the toss this morning and chosen to bat after 1 over, score 6 without loss. Agent Weir is on 5 and Virgo yet to get off the mark. I think the Julie Kings yet to win or to win a game in this edition of the competition. AB 2-1, 2 games out of 2 played so far. And this is the final of the 3 games here at Sabina Park. A beautiful morning for cricket, absolutely glorious condition. Agent Weir, who scored a magnificent century in the Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 against St. Catherine, 133 he got in that game, will be on strike. From Dante Clark. And Dante Clark, normally a swing bowler, tends to get wicket very early in his spell. This one is cracked over backward point. Shot of authority from Agent Weir. Picked up from where he left off in the JCA Super 50 competition. That's his second boundary, and the score is now up to 10 without loss. With an offer there from Clark. And Agent Weir accept and dispatch it over that backward point region. Such an aggressive player is Agent Weir. Another short delivery, and guess what? The result is the same. It's 4 more runs. Short, wide, begging to be hit. And this man, Agent Weir, is in terrific form. Picks up his 3rd boundary. Now the score is up to 14 in quick time. 2 balls delivered so far from Dante Clark. And both in the backward point boundary. Words of advice been given to Clark. But what we know this morning, Agent Weir is in sublime form. 13 from 6 deliveries. This time a good delivery. Pitching about that 4th stump area and swung further away from the right-handed Weir. We're in over number 2, 14 without loss. And Weir is up to 13 from 7. You look at the field placement here. Jordan Johnson leading the team with the absence of Justin Beckford. A slipper gully, a backward point. A cover, long off, mid-on, straightish mid-wicket on a short fine leg. Another delivery that is short. Bit tucky on the wicket. Through to wicket keeper. Seemed to be Williams. Williams, who a good wicket keeper. I think he scored the most runs. A play and a miss. A low shot outside the off stump from Virgo. A very risky shot with 2 slip in place. Now you see racing, looking to hit that ball just in front of that point fielder. 28 without loss. And the bleakest skies here at Sabina Park. This one pitch outside that 4th stump area and swung further away to complete over number 3. It is 28 without loss. Agent Weir is on 13 not out, and with him is Virgo on 11. So Clark will continue to Weir. Oh, big Eve by Weir, no contact to wicketkeeper Williams. Just a wild walk there from the Clarendon base. Opening batter. Former West Indies under 19 youth player who has played at under 19 for Jamaica. A batter who loves to get bat and ball. A very aggressive player by nature. I think he had a fantastic Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 season as well. Not a full delivery, but this time I think Agent Weir looking to hit that ball too hard. Head was in the air very early. Juicy or volley you'd want to see. You'd want him to present that full face of the bat. Tends to bully the ball, Agent Weir. 2 dot deliveries nonetheless from Dante Clark. His first over went for 9. 2 deliveries in his second so far, 2 dot deliveries. I would want to say good comeback here from Clark. Whipped to just elude that fielder at the square leg region. An excellent run in between the wickets as well. They're back for a second run. The score now is up to 30. 30 without loss in over number 4. Just elude that fielder at that square leg region. For some seconds there, Dante Clark thought he had a wicket. And then 2 more runs to Agent Weir, who is up to 15 from 12 deliveries. And if you're just joining us, Julie Kingsley won the toss this morning and chosen to bat. Down the track goes Weir. No contact. A bit on the positive side or the aggressive side of things you'd want to see from Agent Weir. That's how he plays. He loves to be counter-attacking. But an excellent comeback in his second over you'd want to see from Dante Clark. Another player who has been very impressive over the last 3 years in his cricket career. Oh, lovely shot. He just used the pace and just guide that back down to that third man region. And great dexterity on this occasion from Agent Weir. The score is now up to 34 and Weir is up to 19. Wouldn't say a bad delivery by no stretch of imagination. But the control from Agent Weir and the placement to get that ball down to that third man region must be applauded. He's picked up his 3rd boundary and score is now up to 34 without loss. Good delivery. Pitching about that 4th stump area. Swung further away from the right-hander. The complete over number 4. It is 34 without loss. Body line delivery from Renford off the legs. Easily executed a second run. Waiting on the signal of the umpire. It is indeed a leg by signal by the umpire. Score now is up to 36 without loss. We're in over number 5. Oh, down to the vacant fine leg boundary. Bad line delivery from Renford and got the treatment it deserved. from a Virgo. His third boundary as well. Score now is up to 40 without loss. Badly line delivery with no final leg in place. Any button to that, all is going to be 4. And the result is 4 more runs. So Virgo is up to 17. 40-run partnership from 26 deliveries. 4 fours. So it's punch off the back foot out to a mid-off era from Virgo. And there's no run. Score remains at 40 without loss. Julie Kings. Captain Barnes this morning, he won the toss. He was elated in signaling to the dressing room he wants a first strike on this classical Sabina Park strip. And so far, so good. Poor delivery. Pitch way outside the line of the off stump and swung further away from the left-handed Virgo. And wide is spotted by the umpire. Easy decision. Score now is 41 without loss in over number 5. Another good delivery. Body line delivery. No room for the left-handed Virgo to entice a shot. The result is a dot delivery. This is the area we want to see Renford bowling. I think 3 boundaries came off his bowling so far. All loose deliveries, short and wide, and then straight down the leg side. Another loose shot. Looking to hit that ball out to crossroads. No contact through to wicketkeeper Williams. Look at the replay here. His foot was straight down the wicket. That ball was a bit outside that foot stump area. I think young Virgo need to get across. Well, he needs no second invitation this time to get across, because that's sprinting across the Sabina Park outfield, and it crashes into the boundary for yet another boundary to Virgo, who is up to 21, I reckon. Scores now up to 45 without loss. Bad delivery, poor delivery from Renford. Look at the replay here with an offer, and the left-hander crashing magnificently well. 4 more runs the result. This partnership so far has been brilliant. 45-run partnership in quick time. 5 overs. 45 without loss. You look at the bowling figures. Renford 3 overs, 29 runs and no wicket. Wow. Very expensive, you'd want to say. Has been put under the pump by these 2 batters in the middle. Left and right combination doing just for the Julie Kings so far. Run rate of exactly 9 runs and over. A last over 11 runs came from it. Clark back into his 3rd. None for 15 so far. Would want to make a inroads here at Sabina Park. Oh, good delivery. Pitch and left right hander. This youngster for all money, Dante Clark. He has impressed me in the commentary box as well. Look at his smooth run-up, his delivery stride, and his movement. Excellent from the fast bowler. Thinking's why Jordan Johnson remained with a slip and a gully for Dante Clark. This one is Jovan Ariel. Just dropping short of that long off feeler. And another run. Score now is up to 46. Based on the run rate that has been scoring from the Julie Kings, I am very, very impressed with this fast bowler. in Dante Clark. You look at his run up, his delivery stride, and his movement off the wicket. Impeccable so far. Short, wide, cracked off the back foot from Virgo. Should be 2 easy runs in the end. It is indeed 48 now without loss. Virgo looks very, very attacking so far. Anything that is over pitch, anything with an offer is dear to cash in. He's now up to 23. With him is we're on 20. Oh, edge and caught behind. I was very impressed with Dante Clark bowling ability. And this is the result. A peach of a delivery. Pitch. An edge found and an easy of catches to Williams. And the first wicket goes down. And guess what? It's a top delivery. I would like to see this on the replay, my producer. Look at that for a delivery. Coming up very shortly. Run-up is excellent. Delivery stride, perfect. And look at that for a delivery. Top delivery from the fast bowler. And the result for him is jubilation. His first wicket of the game. It is now 48 for the loss of 1. Young Virgo has to go back to the dugout. 23, 4 fours. A strike rate of over 135. 135.29 to be exact. But a peach of a delivery from the bowler who have been very, very impressive so far. 1 for 80 now. His figures haven't shown how disciplined this fast bowler has been bowling so far. Let's take another look on the replay of the wicket of Virgo. Pitch, oh my gracious me. Look at that for a delivery. Excellent there. And Corey Hines is the new batter. Starts with a wide delivery. Just outside that guideline umpire. Think about it, but no signal in the end. So a dot delivery, nonetheless, from the impressive Dante Clark. 48 for 1 if you're just joining us. The Julie Kings, they won the toss and chosen to bat. 6 boundaries so far have been scored by the Julie Kings. Another good delivery to close out. Over number 6 here at Sabina Park. The Julie Kings, they won the toss and chosen to bat. They are 48 for the loss of 1. The wicket to fall was Virgo. He was caught by wicketkeeper Williams for 23 of the bowling of Dante Clark. You look at the batting for Adrian Weir. He's not out 20. You know, Virgo was caught by Williams off the bowling of Clark. He went for 23. And Corey Hines yet to score from 2 deliveries. So Rainford is back for his 4th. Very expensive so far, known for 29. He'll be bowling to Adrian Weir. Oh, gracious me. Smack. And smacked all the way for a maximum over pitch delivery. And look at that for a shot. The follow through, the presentation of that shot from Adrian Weir was impeccable. And 50 comes up with that shot as well. And over number 754 now for 1. This one is whipped off the legs. Terrific timing. What are you doing, Mr. Renford, said Mr. Weir. That's clipped off the legs. And it goes over the backward square for 6. Top shot. 60 now for 1. Top shot from Weir. Look at that timing, Mr. Higgins. Oh my word, look at that. Terrific timing. This youngster picked up from where he left off. In the Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 competition. He scored a blistering 133 against St. Catherine at Serpy Oval. He's brutal. Aggressive player by nature. And as shown so far, you look at his strike rate. 32 from 19 deliveries. Striking at over 170. It's the Weir. Home Dell as well. Super Sports. Rockland Furniture as well. A lot of sponsors to Bryce. Excellent competition over the years. And this one is punch out to that straight-ish mid-wicket from Weir can't score. He's kept on 39 from 23 deliveries. 67 for 1 if you're just joining us. Oh, good delivery. Excellent delivery. Pitch, and that's all it's line through to wicketkeeper Williams. As you can see here in a replay, should be forward this time. Weir intent was clear. He was playing on the back foot. Tugs this one aerial, just dropping short of that long on feeler. Another run to the total. Make that 68 now for 1 in over number 8. And brings Corey Hines. I think his last game for Kensington. Scored 135 in a winning cause for them as well in that Jamaica Cricket Association 2-day competition. Good delivery. I think that 100 came against Kingston and St. Andrew at Maxfield Park, if you're familiar with Kingston. Oh, good delivery. I think that was a bit close for the cut shot. Should be looking to back drive that ball into the cover region. Hence why the result is a dot delivery. Good start here for Gray. Pleasantly driven out to that extra cover feeler. And an excellent over has come to an end from Giovanni Gray. A run came from it. Just a run. Excellent in the context of the game. Based on what we have seen so far, the brutality of Weir and Virgo. He must be applauded. Is Gray. Just a run conceded. 68 now for 1. Gustin Adlam, the man from Excelsior High School. I think they have won Grey Shield. I think it was last season. Players like a Michael Clark. He starts on the money, the one to say just about that fourth stump area. And Jordan Johnson, the captain today, is at slip. But what I like about the captaincy of Jordan Johnson, despite the cluster of boundaries, still looking to attack. Oh, good delivery. Excellent delivery. And we're going to have a second look on the replay here. Oh, where feet was nowhere there. It was just a Magnificent delivery, shaping away from the right-hander. Top delivery. So I think Weir on this occasion was a bit late to react. Two end of the bat, but 3 dot deliveries in over number 9. The last over number 8, went for a run. Giovanni Gray, the off spinner came. He delivered some good deliveries, and so far in this over from Adlam, he has been great. Another good delivery, looking to turn the ball towards that onside region at the last second, present that full phase of the bat. But excellent start here, 4 dot in a row from Justin Adlam so far. 4 dot deliveries. Good start. This is a start at Jordan Johnson, the one for him. It's a quick single. Feeler at mid-on. No urge from that feeler. And so it's another run. The first of the over so far. 5 deliveries bowled. Score now is up to 69. That's the Julie Kings. They won the toss this morning and elected to bat. The only wicket to fall was where he went for 23. But the Virgo, he went for 23. And he got a brute of a delivery from a Dante Clark. And he's have catches the wicket keeper Javid Williams out of Manchester. Poor delivery this time. Left and right combination, giving Adlam some problems here. Corey Hines, a more accumulator than a shot player. Oh, nice delivery. To close out over number 9, it is 70 for the loss of 1. Just a run came from this over as well. 2 runs. We look at the run rate. It has dropped significantly. 7.78 at one point of the game. It was over 10. Giovanni Gray and Adlam so far has been very, very impressive. The last 2 overs just conceded 3 runs. Dramatic turnaround, you'd want to say. And Gray getting ready for his second batting chart, where he's not out on 40. Virgo was caught wicketkeeper Javid Williams. Young Hines just been at the wicket. Down the track goes Weir, thumps this one, and he's caught. It's caught, so a tame dismissal for Adrian Weir. But the excellent bowling from a Giovanni Gray. His first, just a run came from it. And the first delivery in his second, advancing down the wicket was Adrian Weir and gifted an easy catch to Adlam. And the score now is 70 for the loss of 2. And this Julie Kings team, they haven't won a game in this 3-match series as yet. Half to a flyer for start. But look at this team dismissal. Advancing down the wicket. No elevation. Soft and-team dismissal. Adlam won't drop that. And it's now 70 for loss of 2. And this is what any batting unit wouldn't want at this stage of the game. 2 new batters at the wicket at the same time. Adrian Weir went for 41 from 31 deliveries. 5 4s and 2 6s. He was overly aggressive. A strike rate of 132.16. Brings Stephen Weatherburn, a player who has played for Lucas in this Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 competition. Also a West Indies under-19 youth player. I think the last game for West Indies under-19, he scored a blistering half century in that game as well. A player with a lot of talent. I think he has some has something about him as well. I think he got some scholarship as well from Jamaica Cricket Association to UA. That's a plus for the young man as well. Oh, good delivery to start. Steered out to that square leg region. But I am very, very impressed with Giovanni Gray so far. I think his mom and his dad really support him as well when he comes on to cricket overseas or here in Jamaica. Punch off the back foot, but can't beat that fielder at backward point. And I'm making the point that you can see why his parents really and truly travels around and support him. He's a talented off spinner. Quicker through the air. Looking a single this time was Corey Hines. Not interested is Weatherburn. And after this over here, hearing the voice of one of the greatest in the business, Mr. Harville Higgins. You see him on screen now. This one is tugged towards the onside. Excellent cricket here. They're appealing at square leg. Seeing that Corey Hines but hit the wicket, is it? And wicketkeeper Javid Williams was overly excited, but not in the eyes of the umpire. Another run to the total. .72 for 2 in what is a glorious Sunday morning here at Sabina Park. Another dot delivery from the impressive Giovanni Gray. And his second over has come to an end. A wicket and 2 runs came from it. After 10 overs here at Sabina Park, the Jubilee Kings, they won the toss and chosen to bat. They are 72 for the loss of 2. Good morning to you, Mr. Higgins.
All right, morning, Sir Marlon. How are you? Morning to our viewers. And you're looking there at the scorecard, Jewelry Kings. As another delivery to come. Much better. Right up in the block hole from Adlam. And Hines could only defend. There's Hines again. And that's a good delivery. Just about the kind of length that you'd like. Just about the right line. And Hines ended up just parring at it. Maybe he should have been on the front foot, but that's the kind of length that you want. The batsman uncertain whether to come forward or back. That was as perfect a length as you can get. Hines steered that out towards gully. I think he initially thought that the ball would have bounced a little bit more than it actually did. No ball as well. It's not a no ball. Did he signal the free hit? All right. All right, so let's watch. Down the leg side, wide. Yeah, so the free hit re-signaled. 72. Should now be 74. Wide and a no ball. So 74 for 2. 74 the total. With that wide and that no ball. Hines now gets a good one. Bounced on him. And even though it was supposed to be another attempt at a free hit, I think Corey Hines missed a trick The ball was wide, which means that the free hit would have to be bowled over, but he ended up stabbing it out into the offside. Now he attempts a shot, and the bowling continues to be rather ordinary. That one was down the leg side as well. So the bowling has been short for the most part, and we've seen too many wides. You can forgive those, but the spate of short balls in the opening exchanges was a little bit too much. Hines is wrapped on the pad and can't score. Long over here from Justin Adlam. His rhythm seems to be completely off. And Hines, just one from his 15 deliveries, now drives. Lovely shot. One of the shots of the morning, because that was not a bad ball by any means. Not a half volley and not a half tracker. That was pitched just on a length. And he eased into it. Look at that. You could say that the bat was a little away from the feet, if you want to be picky. But the timing was special. And that's pulled in the air. And is that a catch? It is. Morgan is the man who takes the catch. Hines goes. And that's the third wicket to fall. I'd love to see that replay again, gentlemen, because I am beginning to think that the ball, let's just look at this. I'll tell you what I'm thinking in a while. Slow motion if we can. The fielder took the catch there, and when he landed, I'm interested in the landing. Did he land with the ball on the grass? Or did his hand go under the ball? Look at the ball would have touched the turf before he was in full control. That's my view. Because the rule says that you must be in complete control of yourself and the ball before the catch can be claimed. That is okay, but there was the ball on the ground. I think, look at that. That for me is interesting. I am prepared to bet that had there been television replays in this contest, the third umpire would have an interest in that. Anyway, here is a ball that is outside off and gathered by the keeper. And Wedderburn just couldn't get bat to ball there. And that's Brian Barnes batting, is he? Or Brian Barnes at the non-striker's end. Or Giovanni Gray, 1 from 3. And that's a hit over the top and down to the boundary for 4. So it is Wedderburn with that shot, in fact. And look at that. Ball in the slot, and he went down. He angled the bat so you could see that he was trying to hit the ball away from the deep mid-off. It went wider. So he didn't just throw the bat at it. He was trying to direct it to his left. That's a better delivery. Brought the batsman forward from Gray. Wedderburn is he a current under 19 player? Played in the last World Cup. Here is Gray. And he drives. One peels off the outside edge. That will run down towards wide. Third man may not get to the boundary. And they're coming back for a second. So Gray. One delivery to complete his third. 1 for 9 his figures at the moment. And here's Wedderburn again. Long off sent back outside of your shot there as Wedderburn goes forward. That's a good delivery. Bringing the batsman forward. End of over number 12, it's 85 for 3. That's exactly where you want to be as an off spinner. Just about middle and off. Not too full for the batsman to drive, not too short for them to cut. And that was well played in the end. So good bowling, good batting. And that's the bowling scorecard at the minute. So Renford has, well, Renford 4 overs for 48. Am I seeing right? Dante Clark 3 overs for 18. Gray, his 3 overs has cost 9. And Justin Adlam 2 overs for 9. Look at the difference between the two opening bowlers and the third and fourth change. Day and night between the quality that was on display at the start and what we're seeing now from the bowling team. Is that Adlam to continue? 1 for 9 from his 2. And it's Barnes to face. Is that a drop? Wow, it could be. Barnes threw the bat at it. May have been an inside edge, which are never the easiest of catches to take, because wicket keepers are almost always expecting an outside edge. Could this be what? Well, no. Inside edge, outside edge, middle of the bat, that should be held. And that was a horrible drop catch. Javed Williams is the keeper. Here's Adlam again. And he's bowled him. Wow. You don't need a wicket keeper or any fielder when you can do that. That was smashing into the stumps. Middle stump cartwheeling out of the ground. And Brian Barnes is bowled neck and crop. Full and straight. The classic you miss, I hit delivery. And Brian Barnes has to trudge back. Bowled without scoring. Yeah. Having edged to the keeper, I think Barnes was guilty that time of being overly aggressive. His team in a spot of bother. It's now 85 for 4. And that was new batsman is Alex Hines. We're just going to get some confirmation on that. Yeah, so it is Alex Hines who will face up to Adlam. 85 for 4. The Jeweler Kings team batting first. And it's a very aggressive field now. 2 slips and a fine gully. And here's Hines now. As Adlam will come. Adlam not bowling at express pace. In fact, you wouldn't really call him a pace bowler. Maybe a little medium pacer, but he's very good at maintaining line and length. Doesn't bowl bad deliveries. And he's been pretty decent at keeping the run rate down. Just a little nagging length like that. That one was maybe a little bit too much into the pads, but his length for the most part has been great. Leg by signal by the umpire, so that now is 86 for 4 from, is that 12.4 overs? Yes. And it brings Wedderburn back on strike. Wedderburn is 7 from his 8 deliveries. It's a 7-2 offside field, so the Well, now they're taking out second slip and sending him towards short fine leg. So there's wide acres between a widest mid-down and a backward square, so the bowler can't be anywhere near the pads. And as I said, that's wide down the leg side will be signaled a wide as well. It was a really bad delivery. Did the ball touch the helmet? It did. So the 5 penalty runs for the ball touching the helmet. Let's just have a look at that again. You can't have the ball touching the helmet, which means that the keeper didn't place the helmet right. The helmet should not be down the leg side. Worked out towards mid-on. They will not score. In fact, they will. This could be tight. And both batsmen had to run well past their crease. There may very well have been a second there. So 5 penalty run was signaled. So that makes it now, should be 92. And 93, in fact. And Wedderburn leaves alone outside of end of over. Well, it's Hines who leaves. End of the over. No run. 13 overs gone now. So, is it? It's 93. Is it Adlam who will continue? It's Gray bowling to Wedderburn, who plays forward and doesn't score. And that one is played out towards short third man. Single taken. Brings Hines back on strike. Around the wicket. Ball angling back, which is probably why he's coming around the wicket. Just to get the ball angling back at the left-hander. Certainly achieved his objective. And Wedderburn had really no option but to defend it. Seems to be having a little problem with his leg. He's flexing it at the moment. Gingerly walking back to the batting crease. Maybe just feeling some sign of cramp in that front leg of his. But it's Adlam to continue. And then Adlam pulls up midway and we'll have to start again. Here's Adlam. That's driven back to the bowler, no runs. This one is worked out towards short fine leg. I'm almost sure there was a double sound there. So this should be runs. It is. In fact, now the umpire signals leg by a little belatedly. And one more extra. Brings back Hines on strike. And Hines is getting a good ball. Initially thought of playing, I think. And then midway through the stroke, he had a change of heart. And the ball rushed through to the keeper. And again through to the keeper. Another short delivery. No run coming from it. Here's that short ball. Well, no, that really wasn't short. A little back of the length ball he was trying to heave over mid-wicket. And didn't get a run. 15 over gone now. And that's a look at the bowling card. The first two opening bowlers really didn't do justice to the new ball at all. Renford, as you're seeing there, going at 12 and over. Dante Clark was going at 6 and over. But then look at the difference with Giovanni Gray and Adlam, both going at 3 per over or less. So they certainly have put the brakes on the scoring rate. Gray will continue. And that's punched out into the offside, partially stopped. And they'll come, well, no, they'll take a single. Guilty of dragging it down that time, Giovanni Gray, who's been fairly good at maintaining good length. But he transgressed that time around for that back foot slash through point. And now brings Hines on strike. And he plays out into the offside for a single. Easy single. The man in the covers couldn't prevent it. And here is Gray again. And that is steered out towards short third man for another single. Is the fielding team feeling one short? Are they playing with 10? Gray bowls, and this is pulled away and caught. Easy catch to the man on the square leg inside the 30-yard circle. And he never had to move left or right. That was pulled straight to him. And that's wicket number 5 going down. 100 for 5 it is, as the 100 came up not too long ago. Look at this. Dragged down and hit straight at the man. You couldn't want it more easy than that.
Who take the catch? Who take the catch? Savio. Oh, Savio. Yeah, Savio.
Understand that Savio Jones is the man who took the catch that time around. Michael Clark is the new batsman. So Giovanni Gray has taken his second wicket there. 2 for 14 from 4.4. Is it Michael Clark? And he will now face his first delivery from Gray. Stands up straight and plays out towards a short mid-on. Can't score. Solidly in behind that. And Gray to end what has been a really impressive spell of off-spin bowling. He's been very, very much on the money. He's completed his 5th over. Has conceded only 14 and taken 2 wickets. He really doesn't rip the ball a lot, not getting much turn, not getting much bounce, but what he is getting is the ability to get good lines and length. So he's not bowled a bad delivery, not much of them at any rate. 14 runs from his 5 overs has been a good effort from the young man. So Adam will continue. And he'll be bowling to Hines, who was driving and edging and dropped. Wasn't an easy chance, but the man at that fine gully got a hand to it. And you could forgive him that the ball was rapidly coming at him. He didn't get a hand? Is that what you're saying? Oh. So one of my, well, let's just watch this as we're back live. That's it, full on the pad. I may have gotten an inside edge onto that, but no run. 101 for 5. You're telling us that he didn't attempt the catch? Let's just take a look at this again. No, this one is the live shot as Michael Clark was hit on the pad. We're back to live action. Clark gets a proper delivery, held its line, didn't come back with the angle. And that was really well bowled from just about wide of the crease. We're not directly behind with our camera, but that must have just held its line as Clark played and missed. And again, this is how you want youngsters to bowl. Look at the length. Batsman neither forward nor back, just caught on the crease. And the ball bouncing through to the keeper. So the line was great. The length was great. The bounce was there as well. And Adlam in the middle of a very impressive over here. This time, though, too far up. And Michael Clark says, thank you very much. And sends that one careening over extra cover for 4. This one was just too far up to the batsman. And look at the pose. High front elbow. And sends the ball screaming away out towards extra cover. And what an audacious way to get off the mark is Michael Clark. And let's see if the length will be adjusted now by Adlam. It is in fine style as well. That one was short and sharp from a Sabina Park pitch that is a little bit more bouncy than normal. Long time I haven't seen Sabina Park pitch playing with this much bounce and this much pace, which is probably one of the reasons why the opening bowlers were a little bit carried away and were bowling just much too short. The bounce is still there, but Adlam is not over-relying on bounce and pace. He's kept his line and length going for the most part. And that's the bowling card with Adlam and Gray certainly doing very well in checking the run rate. And there's the partnership so far, the opening partnership added 41. Here is Gray, punched off the back foot straight to the man inside the circle on the offside. Wedderburn it is now, 12 from 21, who faces up and is driving again. Well, the man at extra cover should have done better with that. And the man at that long off position came around and restricted the batsman to a single. Wedderburn now goes to 13. And Michael Clark is on 4. That was from one towering scoring shot. Doesn't score from that. Here's Gray again. And that one is pulled over towards mid-wicket. For a split second, I thought the man on the mid-wicket boundary would be in business, but it fell well short of him. And it comes back with a return single to Clark. And now Wedderburn back on strike. Plays forward, can't score. So 17.4 gone, 107 for 5. Run rate dropping rapidly after that opening exchange. That one is pushed out on the offside. Could be tight. And by the reaction of the fielders, had that hit, the fielding team could be in business. Let's just see if we could pick this up. Was punched off the back foot into the covers. Fieldsman did a fairly good job of gathering and throwing. Difficult to say whether a direct hit would have resulted in another dismissal. But certainly that was good feeling. The pick up and throw was great. Just missing the stumps by a fraction. End of over number 18 now, though. And it's going to be Adlam again. Here's Adlam, 2 for 17 from 5. That's played out into the offside. Certainly Adlam is bowling consistently on a good line and length. Occasionally does get the short ball in. His effort ball is usually quick and sharp. And yeah, it's only 10 people on the fielding team. So the fielding team definitely playing one short. Here is Adlam again. That one is just about on the pads, but the length was good. With 6 people on the offside, you want to stay away from the batsman's pads. That is the better delivery, knocked down by the man at that finish gully. It's Jordan Johnson. Seems to have done a little harm to his bat, but this is exactly the kind of delivery that you want to bowl. Well knocked down in the end by Johnson. So Adlam continues to hit a perfect length. There you go again. That one angling into the left-handed Steve Wedderburn. And just rehearsing that. Maybe you could have just tucked that into the onside, but that started outside off and was coming back. So Adlam has shown that he can get the ball to come in from around the wicket and he can get them to straighten as well. That was too wide. Will the umpire signal wide? He does. That was the one that was expected to leave the left-hander from around the wicket. But in the end, a little bit too wide. And here is Adlam again. This one is again coming back at the left-handed batsman. So he's certainly demonstrating that ability to, from around the wicket, from fairly wide as well, to pitch the ball maybe just about 6 or so inches outside the left-hander's off stump and get it to come back on the angle. This one down the leg side. The umpire doesn't signal, interestingly enough. May have just brushed something on the way down. So after 19, it's 109 for 5. And after the next over, you can hear the voice of Marlon King. So Adrian Weir caught Justin Adlam bowled Giovanni Gray for 41 from 31 deliveries. Kevondre Virgo, he went for 23 from 17. Corey Hines went for 5, caught Morgan bowled Adlam. And then Brian Barnes was spectacularly bowled without scoring. Alex Hines caught Xavier Jones. All of those are the batsmen gone. And the wicket takers, Gray and Adlam, 2 each. And 1 for Dante Clark for 80. Gray again will continue. And it is Zach Clark who will be facing up. It is. Gray bowls. And that's in the air, out towards backward point. That will fall safely. And they'll come back for 2. That was sloppy fielding, though. The fieldsman had absolutely no urgency after he realized that the catch wouldn't be taken. So Clark will face up again. And he's hitting in the air, out towards the long off. Cover will drop the catch. It was always difficult to run back with the ball over your shoulders. Those are never the easiest of catches. And in the end, a life for Michael Clark. And a single taken. Here's a look at it again. Batsman heaving towards Medan, took the outer half, and those are never easy. And in the end, a life had. This one is punched off the back foot by Wedderburn out towards extra cover. And that can't score. 112 for 5 in over number 20. And this is a lovely shot out towards the mid-wicket region. They are coming back for the second. Nice, controlled, aggressive sweep shot. And Wedderburn demonstrating that he certainly has range in his stroke play. Pulled off a sweep to one that was outside off. And getting 2 for his efforts. Goes to 18, or that's 16. And he's attempting for the drop and run out into the offside, but Michael Clark was not interested in the least. Gray again. And that one, he was trying to work it leg side. The ball maybe just coming onto him a little bit quicker than he anticipated. And it went straight back at the bowler. And for the next 10 overs or so, your man is Marlon Pinnock.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey Liggins, one of the greatest in the business. has delivered one of the greatest spell in the Coventry box of all time. 109 for 5 if you're just joining us. Julie Kings, they won the toss this morning and chosen to bat. Agent Weir, he was the top scorer so far, 41 from 31. Virgo, 23 from 17. And Stephen Weatherburn and Michael Clark, both batters at the wicket so far. Steve Weatherburn is on 16 from 34. And Michael Clark is on 8 from 11. The wicket takers so far, Giovanni Gray, 2 for 22 from 7. And Hadlam, 2 wicket as well. A change of bowling from the Courtney Walsh end of the ground. So young Neil is the new bowler. Leggy. Clark is peeling off out to that backward point region. And I tell you what, for the last 2 or 3 deliveries, Michael Clark looking to break loose. Just living dangerous, looking to go over that backward point region. In the end, another run to the total. You look at the field now for the leg spinner to a Weatherburn. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket. Long on, long off on the boundary. So it's driven elegantly down to a long on era for another run to Weatherburn. Is 17th. Brings Michael Clark back in strike. And this Bryce Academy has been doing a fantastic job over the years. Clark looking to tug that ball over the mid-wicket region. Gets it down to a long-on era for yet another run to the Julie Kings team. But you look at the players this Bryce Academy has produced. The likes of a Kurt McKenzie. The first player to play for West Indies is Kurt McKenzie. Punch off the back foot out to that cover region. The bowler himself moves across and does the field, and there's no run. Kurt McKenzie, a Jordan Johnson, a Stephen Weatherburn, those players who have played at a youth level, a West Indies under 19 level. Oh, this one is hit straight. Top shot from Stephen Weatherburn. He just came on the front foot. He just caressed it over the bowler's head. A shot of authority from the left-hander, showing all his class. 4 more runs to his credit. Top shot there from Weatherburn. Good use of the feet. He got close to the pitch of that delivery. And once he got close to that, it was all bread and butter for the left-hander. Shot down the leg side. This one is swept fine. Willis have the legs to get to the boundary. It does. Back-to-back boundaries from Weatherburn. An expensive first over has come to an end. 129 for a loss of 5. 125 for 5. And Weatherburn is up to 25. And Michael Clark is on 10. And a very, very expensive over from Neil. I think 11 runs came from it. And not what the doctor ordered here at Sabina Park for the AB 213. Best of 3. In AB 213, they are 2-0 up in the 3-match series. Some lovely players out of Pakistan who have came through this Bryce Academy as well. Aish Patel, who was played here last season in April, who was very impressive left-arm seam bowler. He's not here. Clark advance, and he advanced well and clears. George Headley stands here at Sabina Park. And look at the kids in a jubilation. Top shot from Clark. Excellent use of the feet. Advanced down the wicket And the presentation of that shot from Michael Clark is a lot to admire. A lovely shot by Clark. And this is the way how he plays. Loves to be aggressive. And Giovanni Gray, who is from St. Thomas, who plays for Lucas in the Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50. Clark is down the track. Goes over wide-ish long off. An excellent piece of feeling. Reduce the batters to a single, but excellent cricket. Must be applauded. Moving very swiftly to his left is Alman, and he does a remarkable job in limits the batters to a single. Clark is on 17 at the now strikers end, and Stephen Weatherburn is on 25. That partnership is desperately needed. A flurry of wickets this morning since the departure of Virgo and Weir. A cluster of wicket bans. He went without scoring the captain. Well, Weatherburn decides he's taking charge. He goes over mid-wicket, and guess what? The result is a maximum. Strain on the line of the leg stump is Giovanni Gray, and it's been pumped over mid-wicket. Look at this for a shot on the replay. Just clear the front leg out of the way, and the presentation of the bat was magnificent. And dispatch over mid-wicket for another maximum. Top shot here from Steve Weatherburn. He's up for 31 from 39 deliveries. Run rate 6.42. You can see the intention this time around. Acres of space in the mid-wicket region, looking for that gap. Always a possibility of a second run once that ball is played out to the mid-wicket. The only field on the mid-wicket is on the boundary. Acres of space on the onside. Puck offside field, ring on the offside. Good delivery, bang on target. This partnership, 33 so far. Second highest partnership of the game. I think the opening partnership was 41. A quick single this time from Weatherburn. Excellent cricket. Sees that the fielder was a bit deep, slow to react. Grants the opportunity of another run to complete the 22nd. 139 for the loss of 5. Partnership 34 from 38 deliveries. But you look at the context of how these two batters going about their business. Michael Clark in particular, he will play shot. But Stephen Weatherburn, for the last year and a half, has been started to be overly excited. Loves to be aggressive. Remember back in his earlier days in youth cricket, he used to accumulate his runs. Nowadays, Stephen Weatherburn looking for big eaves. As I mentioned, 39 partnership from 38. 2 4s and a 6 in that as well. Neil will continue. Full delivery. And it goes all the way over long on for 6. Waiting on the signal of the umpire. Is it a no ball? It is a no ball. And swatted for 6 is Weatherburn. And now he's up to 38 from 43. Poor from Neil. And things has been started to go good for the Julie Kings now. A flurry of bounces in the last 2 overs. See the total increasing now. .146. Badly line delivery. Crosser 1. Will they think about the second? Jordan Johnson giving chase. Just pull it back just inside. And 2 more runs. What's the signal? Umpire not sure what is happening. And 2 more runs to Weatherburn. He's up to 40 from 44. 148 for 5. Run rate 6.68. Lovely shot. Driven elegantly down to long off. This is a type of cricket we want to see. Batters applying themselves. Calculate the cricket. And so far, so good. Steve Weatherburn has been looking remarkable so far at the wicket. He's now up to 41 from 45. Big partnership is needed. And so far, so good. This partnership has started to blossom. Clark looking to heave this ball over mid-wicket. Gets it down to the mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket this time around. And 150 comes up with that. And 50-run partnership as well. And 150 comes up for the Jewel Kings. And Weatherburn 30 out of the partnership. I think Clark got 18. A loud appeal. Umpire Pottinger not interested. Short delivery. As that ball sat up, could have hit anywhere. That delivery nonetheless. But you look at Neil figures into his second, none for 22. Very expensive. Flighted this time around. Side at off stump. Weatherburn looking to hit that ball over the cover region. Still a slip been maintained. Backward point, a cover, extra cover. Long off on the outside. On the onside, straightish mid-wicket. Two fielders on the out. Mid-wicket and deep backward square. This one is cut. Backward point. Save your legs. 4 more runs to Weatherburn. With an offer there from Neil. And he got the treatment it deserved. 4 more runs to Weatherburn. Look at that for a shot. Shot. Gave himself that room and just caressed it in that backward point region. The fielder stood no chance. And Neil has been put under the sword so far. Could rightly say 1.5 overs, none for 27. And Weatherburn inches closer to a milestone of a half century. 45. And he's been supported by Clark, who's on 18. Pleasant looking drive up to that extra cover region. Can't score. And that completes the 23rd. It's 155 for the loss of 5. So Steve Weatherburn is the top scorer so far, 45. Not out, Agent where he got 41 from 31. Virgo 23 from 17. And Michael Clark not out, 18. The wicket takers so far, Giovanni Gray 2 for 36 from 8. And Adlam 2 for 18 from 6. A wicket apiece. Dante Clark, who's the next wicket taker, 1 for 18. And Giovanni Gray will continue from this or commentary box end. He'll be bowling to Michael Clark, who's on 18. Michael Clark, the last few overs, looks disturbed at the wicket, looking to counter-attack. Well, he's going downtown. Catch will be taken. Yes, it is. A tame dismissal. And Michael Clark goes caught by Matthew Morgan off the bowling of Giovanni Gray, who picks up his third. 3 for 36 into his 9th. Big wicket here for Giovanni Gray. And the 6th wicket goes down as well. But you look at the amount of overs bowled so far in the game. 27 overs remaining. And look at that shot Michael Clark delivers. Poor cricket here from Clark. 5 wickets down at the stage. A lot of overs to be bowled. And you look at the dismissal from a Clark, not calculating the cricket. And then so are the Jewel Kings in this competition. The best of 3 series for the Bryce Academy. Haven't won a game. 2-0 down, you'd want to say, into the final game. I think AB 213 missing some key players as well. Justin Beckford as well. I think Redwood as well. And he's gone overseas in Trinidad and Tobago to represent Jamaica in that Super 50. And the Jamaicans, they won their game yesterday against the West Indies Academy. And a player who we talked about earlier in our commentary, first player out of the Bryce Academy to play for West Indies, Kurt McKenzie. I think he made 90 in that game yesterday. Captain John Campbell made 39. I think the Scorpions, they won by the Duckworth-Lewis method by some 80 runs. I think they lost their first game to Barbados, but they won their second game. Congratulations to the Scorpions as well. DeMarcus Scott, the new batter, turns this one out to that square region and campus through for an easy run in the end. Off the mark, first delivery, DeMarcus Scott. Another Excelsior high school cricketer. Who was also played at the youth level at under 17 for Jamaica. Very handy with the bat, you'd want to say, based on what we know about young DeMarcus Scott. But a man who's very dangerous with bat in hand is on strike in Weatherburn, 45 from 48. Bleak skies here at Sabina Park. No blue skies, all dark skies. As Weatherburn advanced down the wicket. And well knocked down there. That extra cover region. 156 for 6. Flurry of wickets for the Jola Kings. This one is tabbed out to that cover region. Very risky there. It's Weatherburn. 45 from 50 deliveries. Hey, look at the wickets that have fell so far. Poor shot selection. Not applying themselves. This man with ball in hand is doing a remarkable job. And that completes his ninth over. 3 for 37. The score reads 156 for the loss of 6 after 24. You look at the players who have came out of this Bryce Academy. Some good prospect. I mentioned Kurt McKenzie, the first player out of this Bryce Academy who has played at a test level. Jordan Johnson, Justin Beckford, Daniel Beckford, Stephen Weatherburn, Nicholas Lewin. Those players have been playing competitive cricket in Jamaica Super 50 as well. Young Redwood who have passed on to the Jamaica Scorpions senior team in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is a plus for the 18 years of age leg spinner. This one is clipped off the legs from DeMarcus Scott. Out to that sweeper on the mid-wicket boundary. Another run. 157 now for 6. Aish Patel, who was impressed us last April here at Sabina Park with his swing bowling. Left arm swing bowler. I think he's from Pakistan. I think he's not here today. He's at the US under-19 trials. This one is hit down to mid-on area. Looking to hit that ball over that extra cover region is Weatherburn. Hit the inner portion of the bat. It goes down to a mid-on area. for his 46th run. That delivery nonetheless this time around from Neil has been overly expensive so far. 2.4 overs, none for 29. Oh, excellent delivery. Peach of a delivery. Pitch. And spun away from the right-hander. Top delivery here, Mr. Neil. Badly lined this delivery. And you look at Neil so far in his spell. In patches, you got a good delivery from a fourth delivery, then the fifth delivery down the leg side. You see no consistency, hence why his figures is none for 30 so far into his third. This one is cracked out to that extra cover fielder who does well. And save 3 runs in the end. And that's the end of over number 25. It's 160 for the loss of Kings. That's the Jolly Kings. They have won the toss this morning and chosen to bat first. Haven't won a game in this 3-month series. I think Jordan Johnson, unusual scenes, a leg spinner, and Jordan Johnson, who we have seen playing for Wolmer's Boys School in his younger days, bowling leg spin. Remember a finals here against St. Elizabeth Technical in the T20 finals here at Sabina Park. Jordan Johnson picked up 4 in that game. I think Justin Beckford was the captain as well. He was the wicket keeper. And that finals against St. Elizabeth here at Sabina Park was nail biting down to the wire. And Wolmer's got the better of St. Elizabeth. Jordan Johnson, I think he picked up 2 wickets yesterday at Kensington. But the line delivered to start. Well, Jordan Johnson bowling left arm orthodox. Very, very talented cricketer. Two runs. Seemed that it came off the bat as well. No signal from the umpire. 160. 2 now for 6. A left arm spinner in Johnson. Quicker through the air from Johnson. Not looking to spin those deliveries. You could see quicker through the air. 2 deliveries gone so far. Well, this one is flighted. Young DeMarcus Scott, very tentative to get on the front foot in a portion of the bat and out to mid-wicket. This one is swept and swept with authority. Will it have the legs to get to the boundary? Just all up inside. And the marker is back for a second run. Sweep with a lot of authority there from DeMarcus Scott. We know he's very, very handy with the bat. And for Excelsior in Grey Shield, he has come up chumps on many occasions to see the Excelsior team getting across the line. So we know how destructive he can be in the lower and back end. This one is clipped nicely out to that mid-wicket region. The sweeper comes off the boundary, but can't prevent another run to the impressive Scott so far. He's up to 7 from 10. Brings a Weatherburn back in strike. A former West Indies under 19 he would play in Weatherburn. Who's up to 46 from 53. We look at the fielders as Weatherburn gets on strike. 2 fielders out on the onside, long on and mid-wicket. If you look on the offside now, long off is on the boundary. So it's a 5-4 field set here for Weatherburn. The slip still been in place. Both players, Jordan Johnson and Steve Weatherburn know each other very well. Both plays for a Lucas Cricket Club in Kingston, Jamaica. Flighted or driven sweetly, handsomely, out to long off for another run. That's the Stephen Weatherburn we used to. And that should complete the 26 here at Sabina Park. It is 166 for the loss of 6. Jordan Johnson, first over has come to an end. A 6-run scheme from Captain Jordan Johnson's first. But a positive and a determined batting display so far from Steve Weatherburn. But based on my observation, he's a class a player than most of these players. Neil will be continuing for his fourth. Short delivery punch back to Neil, who does the feeling that there's no run. But you look at the Weatherburn this morning before the game actually started, running around the field. I think he ran about 4 laps before, and his team was batting. That shows it, the determination of Weatherburn, and the determination is sorted out now. This one is tug straight as a die. You get them for another maximum off the bat of Weatherburn. Is second. And a 50 as well for Weatherburn. Top shot there. He just came on the front foot. Look at the replay. Advancing down the wicket, and the presentation of that shot is impressive. Straight down the ground. Second 6 in his knock. 3 sixes. Wow. 4 fours. 53 from 56 deliveries. This one is down on one leg and he's sweeping this one. It's back for a second run. Excellent cricket here from Weatherburn. 174 for 6. And Weatherburn is up to 55. But you look at the fight from a Weatherburn. He came to the wicket when his team lost 2 or 3 quick wickets. And then since then, it's all Steve Weatherburn show. Down the leg side. Is he bowled? Yes, he's bowled. Moving across his leg stump. Leg stump was exposed. And guess what? Neil strikes his first. A big, big wicket. A huge wicket. Based on the context, it's 174 for the loss of 7. Look at the replay here. That delivery, pitch on leg stump, no great deviation. It's just as he walk across his stump and expose the leg stump. And Neil knocks it back. And a disappointed Weatherburn. Innings comes to an end. Another look at the replay. Bang! Exposes leg stump. Any but on that, he will get some runs, but he didn't on this occasion. And Neil gets his wicket. 174 now for 7. Big wicket. Weatherburn, top scorer so far, 55 from 58. 4 fours and 3 sixes. A strike rate of 94.83. But you look at the cluster of wickets, 26 overs completed. And you look at the run scoring, over 6.53. But look at the wickets column. 7 wickets gone a begging. A last over from a Jordan Johnson, the captain of his team, 6-run scheme from it. But the application, not good at all from these youngsters. That delivery from Neil must be growing in confident. Had the big wicket to deliver before. Marajar is the new batter to the wicket. Partly line delivery. This is two slip, backward point, cover, extra cover on the offside. A play and a miss. Good delivery to close out the 27th. It's 1-7-4 for the loss of 7. A successful over has come to an end from Neil. Picked up the big wicket of Steve Weatherburn for 55. And Weatherburn had 4 fours on 3 sixes in his innings. But look at how he calculates his innings. It was very well done. But just walk across his wicket and expose that leg stump. You look at the bowling performance so far. Giovanni Gray, 3 for 37. And Justin Adlam, 2 for 18. Are the cheap destroyers so far for the AB 213. 175 for 7 was Johnson to bowl to DeMarcus Scott. Scheme on the front foot and punch that one out to the sweeper. I should say extra cover region. Still no run. So it's tucked towards the square leg region. And Johnson in his second over, 2.2 overs, none for 6 so far. But remember Jordan Johnson playing a schoolboy level ball in a leg spin. Now you see him transform into a left arm orthodox. Wow. This one is swept with vengeance. Will it have the legs to get to the boundary? It does. Bad line delivery. And DeMarcus Scott swept and swept beautifully. And it goes out to deep backward square. Look at the replay here. Badly line delivery. And he got the treatment he deserved from a young under-17 youth player. DeMarcus Scott showing his intent very clear that anything bad delivery presents itself, he's going to capitalize. And that delivery this time from a Johnson. Excelsior, a young player in Scott. You look at his batting ability, his capability, his range of scoring is impeccable so far. Look at that. The presentation solid behind that delivery. Look how it really flew off the bat, middle out to that cover region. That shows the class of the right-hander. 179 for 7. Oh, good delivery. Slower through the air from Jordan Johnson. Spun away from the right-hander to close out the 28th. Look at the replay here. Pitching about that fourth or third and spun away. Top delivery here, Mr. Johnson. And that's the end of the 28th. 179 for a loss of 7. One thing for sure, though. Handful of spectators here at Sabina Park. Not much. Bleak skies as well. No blue skies here in Kingston, Jamaica, and more so here at Sabina Park. But what is beautiful this morning is to see that we are getting cricket here at Sabina Park. Anil looks to settle down now since the wicket of Weatherburn. You look at his bowling performance into his 5th over, 1 for 40. But when he started this morning, he was up and down, and now getting his radar right now. Flighted. Driven aerially. Will the catch be taken? A very, very tame answer of dismissal. And Maraja goes back to the dugout without a run on his bat. And 179 now for 8. Poor shot selection. I would say poor, but in the arc. That ball should have hit somewhere in North Stand. In the end, a poor judge shot and a tame dismissal. And if you're following on the screen, you'll see what is taking the young man off. It's 179 for the loss of 8. So David Dwyer is a new batter. I think he bats in the top order for Kensington Cricket Club. Good player based on my observation. See him in that 2-day competition. Looks a compact player. Batting at number 10. Wow. Think he's a nephew of Akeem Dwyer, former Jamaica youth player, and West Indies under 19 player as well. Oh, pleasant. That's the way we know David Dwyer plays. Very good player off fast bowling, but it's good to see him batting some leg spin as well. Good test here for young Dwyer. 179 for 8. Two club mates battling out, Neil and Dwyer. This one is turn out to that mid-wicket region. Still can't score. Here the Thunders in our background here at Sabina Park. Hope we have a fair and productive day in this game as well. This one is tucked towards the onside from David Dwyer. And he's off the mark. And that should complete the 29th. 180 for loss of 8. And a successful over has come to an end from Neil. He picks up his second. I think a wicket and a run came from that over as well. 2 for 41 from his 5. Jordan Johnson, who is leading the team today with the absence of Justin Beckford, a member of a Lucas. A lot of club mates, if you look around, there's a lot of club mates playing in this game as well. Stephen Weatherburn, Jordan Johnson, both plays for Lucas. And DeMarcus Scott, a lot of players. Oh, shot, dispatch, handsomely. Is it going all the way? No, it won't. Just landing short of the boundary. But top shot from Dwyer. It was short. It sat up, begging to be hit. And Dwyer was on the back foot. He just caressed it over that mid-wicket region. The result is 4 runs. Full toss punch out to a mid-off area. Jordan Johnson, this occasion, first delivery was short. This time was over pitch. Another short delivery down the leg side. Dwyer was looking to Roger just turn it with no square leg. The square leg is back on the boundary. Acres of space on that onside. Any but on that, all is going to be 2 easy runs. Or in fact, it could be 3. This time he punched towards a mid-wicket region. Poor communication between the two batters in the middle. But in the end, still no harm done. And another run at 185 for 8. 2 deliveries remaining in over number 30. Reminding you all, it's the Bryce Academy best of 3 bilateral series here at Sabina Park. So it's tugged towards the onside. Still no communication between 2 batters. Dot delivery nonetheless. This was tugged towards square leg. A chance for a run out at the bowler's end. I tell you what, he was slow to react. And so in the end, it was an easy run in the end. And that should complete over number 30. It's 186 for loss of 8. And Orville Higgins will take you to over number 40. Stephen Weatherburn, the top scorer so far, 55. Adrian Weir, 41. Virgo, 23. And Michael Clark, 18. Giovanni Gray, 3 for 37. And Justin Adlam, 2 for 18. Neil 2 for 41. And who I'm very impressed with is Dante Clark, the fast bowler, 1 for 18 from 3 overs. Short, and this one is pulled. Will the catch be taken? Just elude the fielder. And they are back for a second run. Short delivery this time from Neil. Looking to pull that ball was and this one is squeezed out to that backward point region and a slappy bit of work in the end costs the team another run. Young Dewar was batted on numerous occasions at number 3 for Kensington Cricket Club, batting at number 10 today in this game. Very vital with the bat. Still hope in the Jubilee Kings batting lineup. And this one is steered out to a vacant square leg area for another run. 190 now for 8. And you look at the batting display so far from the batting team, that's the Jubilee Kings. They have not been able to apply themselves on this wicket, apart from a Stephen Weatherburn, who was looked promising. This one is swept, and swept fine enough. Top shot from DeMarcus Scott, strain on the line of the leg stump. Was Neil, and guess what? He went down on his knees and swept that fine enough. Pure class from the right-hander. A young youth player who was played at an under-17 youth team. But the fight, the determination he has shown so far is impeccable in the middle. And a player who has been vital for his school team, Excelsior, in schoolboy cricket over the last 2 years. I think they won the Grey Shield last season as well. And he was a part of that winning team. This one is punch off the back foot, square off the wicket. Out to that point region, 2 more runs to DeMarcus Scott, who you look at his batting capabilities, his rare shots all around the park. And based on my observation so far, it's a bright future for Jamaica and West Indies cricket if he continues on this trot. One delivery remaining in the 31st. Orville Higgins will take you to over number 40. And it's caught behind. Javid Williams took a smart catch down the leg side, skipping around. And DeMarcus Scott has been caught by wicketkeeper Williams. Let's look at the replay here. Down the leg side, looking to sweep that ball. Fine. Not been able to see clearly, but a disappointed DeMarcus Scott has to go. Judge caught behind by umpire. Seem to be Pattinger. Let's look again. Looks off. Look at the desperation. He's discussed, but he has to go. 196 for the loss of 9. And that complete over number 31. And to take you through to the end of this innings will be the man in charge, Mr. Harville Higgins.
Thank you there, Sir Marlon Pinnock. With 9 wickets down, 191 for 9. And we have seen just 31 overs bowled, so they'll go for another water break. So we'll pick up the action as soon as play has restarted. Just taking a look at the bowling analysis there. And Giovanna Gray, by far the most outstanding bowler there with 3 for 37. Adlam, 2 for 18. Josiah Neal has taken wickets, but he's been a little expensive, going at 8.5 and over. And that these three have done the bulk of the damage. Best partnership so far between Wedderburn and Gray was for 55 between the two of them at a pretty brisk pace as well. Just 58 deliveries, so almost a run-a-ball partnership there. And there you're looking at a shot of the pitch with some grass in it. It has been a good pitch. The ball has carried on. There's bounce and pace in the Sabina Park track. And the spinners are getting a little bit of spin as well. So it's been a good cricket pitch all around. The action will restart after that water break, and it's a pleasant sweep shot from David Dwyer. Interestingly enough, took the first run off the first ball, or took the run off the first ball, which means he has complete faith in Rayon Edward. So there was no thought there of shielding the number 11. 197. Edward looks to be able to help himself. Well, he does look. He does look a decent enough number 11 player. Definitely no rabbit. He pulls out towards mid wicket for a single. Decent enough number 11 player. Definitely no rabbit. He pulls out towards mid wicket for a single. And Johnson will continue to Dwyer this time, the left-hander. Long on, that goes into the boundary, that's 4. Short ball that from long on, that goes into the boundary, that's 4. Short ball that from Johnson. And Dwyer continues to make hay while the sun is shining. He's now on 12. That one was dragged down and he pulled it back at the bowler. Almost a tennis-like shot. And ball rushing down to long on for 4. The 200 has been reached. It's now 202 for 9. This one is on the stumps or on the leg stump and worked away out towards mid-wicket for another single. And again, Dwyer has no problem in taking the single, leaving Edward to face the last 2. Well, as it is the last one. As Johnson will bowl again. Left arm orthodox from around the wicket. It's taking a little while to get his field placing exactly where he wants it to be. Well, his right arm. So Johnson bowls with both arms? I'm sure I saw him bowling left arm spin earlier. So this is interesting. So Jordan Johnson, who started out bowling left arm orthodox, is now bowling go along at their own merry way. Dwyer steers that one just out to the third man region for a single. And despite the fact that his team is still able to bat the better part of 16 overs, Ryan Edward is not being restricted whatsoever. The state of the game seemingly has nothing to do with the way he's approaching it. He's giving it a wild old wallop. And let's see if his approach will change to the leg spin of Matthew Morgan. He's punching it back. Why is this guy batting at number 11? He certainly looks the part, has a fair enough defense, and when he hits it, it goes a long way. Brings Dwyer back on strike. Edward is 21. Dwyer is on 17. And Dwyer always a little bit more circumspect in his style. Turns that one behind square on the leg side for a single. And brings the aggressive Edward back on strike. No telling where he'll want to hit them. This time down towards long on. Could this be a catch? It is. That's the end of the innings. That, you would say, is not the most sensible batting in the world. They had 15 plus overs to bat. And Edward, in the end, fell victim to his own aggressive intentions. He goes for a very entertaining 21, though. And the Jeweler Kings total will end at 228 all out from 34.4, which means they've committed the Cardinals sin of leaving more than 90 balls in the bag. Edward there, the last one out for 21. He was going at a run and a half per ball, though. But in the end, holding out to the man at long on. And there's a look at the batting card. The top scorer in that was the number 4 batsman, Steve Wedderburn, was very impressive with his 55 at almost a run a ball. And then the next best scorer was the opening batsman, Adrian Weir. He also looked pretty aggressive and pretty competent as well. He got 41 from 31, so he was really giving it So we're about to see the second. We are about to see the second half of this best of three Bryce Development Series. Ryan Edwards will be bowling. It's going to be Tyson Gordon on strike. So the two strikers are, the two opening batsmen are Tyson Gordon Jr. Tyson Gordon Jr. will be facing, and Matthew Morgan at the non-strikers end. So Ryan Edwards will start. So AB 213 needs 229. And we're going to be watching Ryan Edwards. Is it Edward or Eduardo? It's Edwards. Well, we need to adjust the spelling there. First delivery is one that came back at Tyson Gordon Jr. So Tyson Gordon playing the first delivery to one that came back. Left arm over with two slips. A short third man, a point, and a cover. And this is walked out towards long on. Tyson Gordon just coming down the wicket and hitting over the onside. And the first two runs on the board for AB 213. It's Matthew Morgan actually on strike. Right, so it's Morgan on strike, not Gordon. So AB 213 are on their way. Here's Edward again. Oh, and Morgan was beaten. Not getting the length he would want to launch it down the ground. Changed his mind and wanted to just dab it past the second slip fielder. Didn't get a touch, and it's through to the keeper. Good length from Edwards. He realizes that Matthew Morgan is just waiting for him to get up into the arc so he can cart him down the ground, but he's staying well clear of a full-length delivery. He's just back of a length, and Morgan, at the minute, is waiting to just launch down the ground. He doesn't seem to want to have any other scoring options at the minute. He's just waiting on a full length to do that. But again, good delivery. Not up to the drive. And no run from that. That's good bowling. That one also came back into the right-hander. So we're already seeing a very special start here by Edward. Good start to the over. Good start to the AB 213 reply. This one is full. That's what he's waiting for. That's the one shot that he was sitting back waiting for. Once it's over pitch, he's going down the ground. Almost doesn't seem to be interested in doing anything else at the moment. And for once, Edwards erred in length. And it went back down the ground over towards extra cover for 4. 6 now without loss. The new bowler is Michael Clark. And it is Tyson Gordon. Is it Tyson Gordon Jr.? Yeah. His father was a cricketer as well. I think his father wanted him to be a boxer. But not with that build. Well, he could do bantamweight or featherweight, but doesn't necessarily look like a heavyweight boxer. So it's Clark to bowl. Clark to bowl to Tyson Gordon. 6 without loss, AB 213 reply. After over number 1, this one is tucked into the offside. Right in behind that. And they come through for an easy single. Brings Morgan back on strike. It's now 7 without loss. So they are scoring exactly a runner ball at the moment. And it's going to be Clark to bowl. His second delivery there is a first slip, and you could say a fine gully. Point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. The 2 people outside the circle at the moment are at third man and fine leg. And we're watching now as Clark, gentle run up. That's down the ground. That's the one thing you can't do with Matthew Morgan. It's gone all the way for 6. I wouldn't have seen this youngster a lot, but after 1 or 2 deliveries, it's obvious where his strengths are. He's going to buff you down the ground the minute you come too far up. And that was a good shot. So let's see if Clark will adjust his length. You can't pitch up to Morgan. And some feeling adjustments. We're seeing a man going deep at cover, but I think that probably would have been better if the long off or long on. He is hiking at that. Can third man come around? He does. Takes the catch. And Morgan goes, showing that his strength down the ground. Once he was asked to play a horizontal bat shot, he got in trouble, pulling at a short delivery, and in the end the ball taking the outside edge and going all the way to third man. So that's the first wicket down. And Matthew Morgan goes, didn't stick around for too long. Johnson is the man who will come next. And Jordan Johnson, probably the most naturally talented of all the youngsters on display. Has the ability to make some audacious stroke play. Let's see if you could get going. 12 for 1 after 9 deliveries. Michael Clark has picked up his first wicket. That of so it's Johnson on strike. Doesn't play. Twelve for one. Was it Morgan or Tyson Gordon that was dismissed? It was Morgan. Well, it was Morgan who is out, but they have Morgan at the non-striker's end. So Tyson Gordon is the one batting. Here is Johnson now. Short ball. I think the umpire may have... Well, now he's going to be signaling wide. A little belatedly, but he does. And the Sabina Park strip continues to show good pace, good carry, good bounce. And Jordan Johnson punches back at the bowler who returns it. Maybe a little bit too close to Johnson for comfort. But that's the end of over number 2. Score 12 for 1. So Tyson Gordon now on strike, and the 2 fielders outside the circle are at fine leg and third man. Edwards will continue. Left arm pace who bowled a really decent first over, hit his lines. And here's he coming in from over the wicket. That's outside the off stump. Didn't come back. Umpire signaling wide. You're saying that the youngster, Edwards, plays for Kingston? Yeah. Super 50 cricket. So he's currently at Michael, teacher in training. Here's he from over the wicket. Nice brisk run up. And that's a good delivery. Pitch continues to play with good carry, good bounce. But that was well played by Tyson Gordon. Just dropped his arms, which is not the easiest of skills to master. It sounds simple, but just dropped his arms and allowed the ball to go all the way through. So Gordon now facing up to Edwards. And this time they're appealing, but could be a chance for a run out if he hits. He misses. And there's no signal, which means that is what saved Tyson Gordon. Did get an inside edge onto that. Now Jordan Johnson is on strike. So Johnson back on strike with a ring of fielders close in on the offside. And he's playing forward. That goes square towards point and no run. They're definitely trying to prevent Jordan Johnson from getting off strike. Look how close in the offside ring is. You're not seeing it in your shot there, but everybody is sharp on the single. The man at point is walking in rapidly, the man at cover and the man at mid-off. So they are trying to prevent an offside single by any cost, but this was down the leg side. That's a wide. And maybe the first really bad ball that Edwards has bowled. But again, look at the pace and the bounce on the surface. It's nice to see. That takes it to, is that 15 for 1? 16 for 1. So Edwards with a pretty straightforward run. And this time it's punched through the offside. Lovely shot. That goes for 4. That shows the class of the man that wasn't particularly short. But he found the room to come down with a nice shot square of the wicket. And Jordan Johnson has opened an account with a flashing square drive that goes all the way to the boundary for 4. Makes the total now 20 for 1. And Johnson will take strike from Edwards again. This time he drives up through mid-wicket for an easy single. Well, they may be thinking about coming back for a second. They took the first one particularly slowly. There may have been a chance for a second there. And now Tyson Gordon comes back on strike. They're chasing 229 in 50 overs. It's a reasonable start by the batting team so far. Forward comes Tyson Gordon out towards point. And good single in the end. Jordan Johnson backing up early. End of over number 3, is it? And it's 22 for 1. So Clark will continue. Bowling to Tyson Gordon. Good delivery. Just pitching just outside off. Just held its line a little bit. And Gordon pushed forward. The ball coming off the outside half. Down to third man. And it's now 23 for 1 at the start of over number 4. The left-handed Johnson comes back on strike. So Clark it is to Johnson. And solidly in behind it, you could hear the loud thud of leather and willow. He was well behind it and played out in the offside. Looks a very calm customer is Johnson. Sometimes a little bit too calm, but oodles of talent. That is hit in the air up towards mid-off. That's gone. And that's commentator's curse if you ever heard one. Just singing the praises of Jordan Johnson, then got one short outside off. Not sure whether he was trying to pull and it rushed on. But you can't give a fielder on the edge of the circle an easier option for a catch than that. Jordan Johnson goes. Disappointing fashion. And it's now 23 for 2. We just have a look at that again. Maybe the ball rushed onto him a little bit quicker than he would have anticipated. Savio Jones is the new batsman. So after 23 for 2 from 3.3. So Jones will take strike. And they are strengthening that slip cordon. You're seeing the man just to the left of your screen going towards gully. So Jones it is now. I'm not sure what kind of shot was that. That was short and rising. And Jones just waving at it, really. The shot without any kind of conviction. And if there is anything such as a nothing shot, that was it. In fact, they are now moving mid-wicket to put him in a third slip position. I like the captaincy of the fielding team. Barnes is the captain. And we're liking what we're seeing. This one is right up, Yorker length. And Savio Jones coming down on it. Here's Jones again. Oh, that was classic. They want a single. This could be tight if he hits now. Could deliver that, though. I'd love to see that again. It pitched maybe just outside off. But genuine away movement. End of over number 4 now. And is that 24 without 24 for 2? Could deliver that from Michael Clark. So it's Morgan on strike. Or Savio back on strike. Bright red helmet. Three slips and a gully. You can see them there in your picture. And let's see if the left-handed Edwards can induce an edge. Well, if you want to induce an edge, that is where you want to be bowling. But well left by the batsman. Edwards again. This time a little bit too wide to induce a shot. Savio Jones not tempted to go for that. So Edwards sprints in again. And this is down the leg side. This will be signaled a wide. Well taken by the keeper. Skipping around to his left. Takes it now to 25 for 2. And now they have taken away the second slip. Now that the captain sees that Edwards must have lost his radar a little bit. I like the captaincy of Barnes. He's not allowing the game to just flow. He's thinking on his feet. That's on the pad, going down the leg side. A real stifled appeal. That was not an appeal with much confidence. So Edwards to Savio Jones once more. Again, look at the bounce. That one was maybe just back of a good length, but the bounce on the Sabina Park pitch has been a long time. I haven't seen a Sabina Park pitch playing with so much pace and bounce. And it was the bounce that undid Savio Jones then. Ball just bouncing off a length. Savio Jones unable to play, unable to make contact with ball. The bounce on that one, but that is pulled audaciously in front of mid-wicket. Almost as if he knew that that was coming. Wow, that was one of the shots of the game. Savio Jones getting one that was dug in short, and he dispatched it, slapped it well off the left, or well to the left of mid-wicket. What a shot. How will Edwards respond? Well, that was another short ball, but that was down the leg side. And again, the keeper doing well, diving away to his left. But the fast bowler must have been rattled by that shot, the delivery before the last. It was the batsman's way of saying, you're not quick enough to bowl short. That was another short one that had a little bit more pace behind it. And Savio Jones wisely decided not to play. Goes through to the keeper. It's now 30 for 2 after 5. So it's Clark again. Clark again. It's Michael Clark who will continue to Tyson Gordon Jr., who's on 4. In fact, both batsmen are on 4. So we're told that Michael Clark finished with the most wickets in the JCA 50 overs competition. Had 24 wickets there. So clearly a youngster with some potential. Tyson Gordon Jr. will want to say he has potential as well. That was well played. And that's a good delivery. He's gone. When you get out to a delivery like that as a batsman, you can't beat up yourself. That was a proper away swinger. And he was out feeling for it. Look at the quality of this. From relatively close to the stumps, pitched and left the batsman. And there's no shame in being out to a delivery like that, young man. That was well bowled. And a delivery like that will get many a batsman with far more ability. Nothing to be ashamed of. All credit, though, to Michael Clark. And that delivery tells you why he was so successful in the just concluded JCA competition. That is a senior ball that got its just rewards. Here's a look at it again. Pitching and leaving the batsman. Had to play. And in the end, easy catch through to the keeper. 229 is what AB 213 are looking to get. It's looking more and more challenging with every passing over. It's Javed Williams now who will take strike. And we are already seeing Michael Clark can shape the ball away from the right-hander. Now let's see how he operates to the left-hander. 3 steps awaiting. You can see them in your picture there. Here's Clark. That was coming back, but punched pleasantly enough up towards just forward of point. And an easy single. So Michael Clark seems to be able to naturally get the ball to leave the right-handers. Let's just see if he has the ability to duck it back. Haven't seen any really significant induckers as yet, but he definitely can get the ball to shape away, which to the right-handers are almost always the more dangerous delivery. Here's Savio Jones. Left was leaving him, but he came forward and punched it out towards extra cover. It will just roll into the boundary. You could see the shape on the ball, but a little bit too full. And Savio Jones came forward and just punched it in the air for a bit, but well away from any fieldsman. He said, "Thank you very much, dear Mr. Michael Clark." Michael Clark has taken all 3 wickets so far. It's definitely the danger man here for this Jewelry Kings team. Short, and the batsman was pulling and making no contact. So at the end of over number 6, 1 ball still to go. I'm preempting Mr. Marlon Pinnock, who will be your next commentator. So 1 delivery to come in over number 6. They're scoring healthily enough, but 3 wickets down is a little bit too much for their liking. That's a single out into the offside. 36 now for 3 from 6 overs. And even my own patchy mathematics can tell you that 36 from 6, they're scoring at exactly 6 and over, which is well ahead of the required rate at the start. But while they're scoring quickly enough, they're losing wickets as well. Marlon Pinnock will take you through the next 10 overs or so.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins. Michael Clark, clearly the pick of the bowler so far. 3 for 15 from his 3 overs. He has been very, very impressive. Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 competition. As Orville Higgins mentioned earlier, he was awarded the most wickets in that competition, 24 wickets. And so far in this game so far, 3 wickets to his name and 3 wickets have fallen. Ryan Edwards back into the attack. A loose shot outside the off stump this time around from Jones, who's very aggressive player by nature. I think he's now at JC in schoolboy cricket. Ryan Edwards was a part of a double Jamaica under-19 team coached by TC as well. Now the assistant coach of the Jamaica Scorpions. Good young prospect building in Jamaica's cricket thanks to Andre Bryce Academy. A wide delivery this time from Ryan Edwards, who was a part of the Kingston winning team last week here at Sabina Park as well. Kingston, they won the double for this 2024 season. They won the 2-day competition and they won the Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 competition. And Kingston Cricket Club must be applauded as well. Short delivery this time, not handled properly by Savio Jones. Poor cricket here. Allows an overthrow as well. Should be 2 runs to Savio Jones, who is up to 11 from 14 deliveries. It's now 39 for 3. Look at some very good players who have came through this academy as well. A young Nicholas Lewin, also former St. George's college captain as well, have scored a lot of runs for Georges. Badly line delivery. Well taken by the wicket keeper as well. This is where Ryan Hedgeroth so far not been consistently hitting those good areas. You don't want to say pitchy patchy so far. Poor delivery, but look at that take for a wicket keeper. Hedgeroth's into his foot, over none for 24 so far. Michael Clark 3 for 15 off his 3. Oh, bang! Said Mr. Jones. A couple of bounces into the mid-on boundary. Top shot, stand and deliver from the right-hander. That's a shot of a 30 from the right-hander. And my producer will give me a replay on this shot. It was stand and deliver on the hop. Such a classy young right-hander from Jamaica College. And his coach is here as well, giving him the support. Appreciate that shot as well. Top shot. This shows the class of the Sabina Park strip. Choose a batting shot. Or on the up, over extra cover. And across for 1. And easily executed a second run. They're thinking about a third. Excellent running. Excellent cricket. This is the cricket you want to see at a youth level. Young players putting in the yard line and the yard. This was great commitment by Jones, and in particular Javid Williams, who urged Jones to come back for a third. Excellent cricket in the middle. Score now is up to 47. 47 for 3. Thank you, my scorers. And we're in over number 7. Brings Javid Williams, who had a fantastic Headley Cup season this season, scoring the most runs in Headley Cup. Plays for Fairfield United in STC competition as well. He was outstanding. They won the title as well, the STC title 2023 and 4. So when he's tugged towards the vacant fine leg and 2 runs. No fine leg was in place. Easy second run. Wicket keeper Dwar. He gives chase but can't prevent another second run. The score now is up to 49 for 3. We look at the field set here from Captain Barnes. Very, very attacking field. 3 slip. Waiting. There's a third man. There's backward point. There's cover. Straightish mid-wicket. A square leg. Very attacking field for Hedgeroth. Shot. Cracked over backward point. Oh. Stephen Weatherburn, what are you doing? 4 more runs to Javid Williams with an offer there from Edwards. Stood tall was Williams and got that ball over that backward point region. Just slappy on the path of Weatherburn at the widest third man region. 4 more runs, and that complete over number 7, AB 213. They are 53 for loss of 3. Batters to dismiss Matthew Morgan. He was pulled. Michael Clark, he went for 12. And Michael Clark got Tyson Gordon caught by the wicket keeper, Dwar. And also Jordan Johnson, the big scamp. He was caught off the bowling of Michael Clark. 3 wickets so far for this one with ball in hand. Michael Clark, 3 for 15 from 3 overs. And he continues to impress Jamaica and the world with his all-round performance over the years. He was a part of the winning double under 19 team. And he continues to impress us. Plays for Lucas Cricket Club here in Jamaica. And he has been doing a remarkable job with ball in hand. I think a year or 2 you'll see Michael Clark in the Scorpion team. Good promising young cricketer. Also from Excelsior High School. Oh, good delivery. Jones looking to really turn that to the vacant mid-wicket. At the last, just present the full face of the bat, as you can see here in the replay, looking to turn that to the mid-wicket region, then present the full face. What an excellent spell of bowling so far from Clark. This time around, he tucks it towards a square leg region, and the fielder can't prevent another run. And Xavier Jones now up to 19 from 18 deliveries. 54 now for 3. A beautiful day so far here at Sabina Park. Absolutely glorious day for cricket. Wonderful breeze blowing across the commentary box as well. He's bowled. Michael Clark picks up his 4th. Generally gets the ball to swing shape back into the left-hander. Javid Williams was looking to hit that ball through the mid-off area, shape back with the arm. The inside edge phone, look at the replay here. Bang! Disappointed way to get out here at Sabina Park. But the magical arm of Michael Clark strikes. He picks up his 4th. He's now 4 for 16 into his 4th. Top spell of bowling here from Clark. Based on what we have seen, unplayable. And Michael Clark, what are you doing? 3.5 overs, 4 for 16, 54 for 4. In pursuit of that magical figure of 229 for victory. So the new batter is Danza Hyatt Jr. And Danza Hyatt Jr. is the son of former West Indies and Jamaica middle order batsman Danza Hyatt. Plays for St. Catherine Cricket Club. Had a fairly decent Super 50 for St. Catherine, scoring 3.5 centuries. But a player with great potential. Not a trademark of his dad as well. First delivery. Good delivery. Shaping away from the right-hander this time from Clark. And this is quality bowling from a Michael Clark perspective. You look at the field placement and his ability to maintain that steady line outside the off stump should be applauded. 3 slip. Very good from Clark. And look at his economic rate so far. Impeccable. Great control. Great consistency from the medium fast of Michael Clark. He's a wicket taker and has shown in all form of cricket, all levels, all competitions. At the slip region, had the fielder picked up. I think Danza Hyatt Jr. was in no man's land. But in the end, another run to close out over number 8. It is 55 for the loss of 4. You look at both teams in the middle, batting on the Sabina Park strip. The application, not good by no stretch of imagination. A lot of batters getting start, but not being able to capitalize and get that 3-figure mark. Prime example, a young Adrian Weir got off to a flyer. A young Virgo, a Stephen Weatherburn, but not being able to get that 3-figure mark. AB 213, 55 for 4. Short delivery from Ryan Edwards and signal a wide by umpire Pottinger, and quite rightly so. not been able so far in this contest. Ryan Edwards to get his radar right. You look at his figure. Not good by no stretch of imagination. 4 overs, none for 38. Very, very expensive. A good delivery. Yorker length delivery. Shaping back into the right-handed Danza Hyatt Jr., who played it well. Whoa. I think had he started that delivery on and about that off-stump area, it would have been more challenging for young Danza Hyatt Jr. But he's getting the ball to shape back into the right-hander, which is a plus. And occasionally he gets that one to shape away. Another feeler has been put in that slip cordon as well. So there's 3 slip, a gully, a backward point. Another play and a miss. You look at the feel from Edwards. 8 feelers behind the bat, and that should complete the over number 9. It is 59 for 5, but look at that delivery. Still searching. Good delivery. Pitch and left the left-hander. But look at that slip card. 8 feelers behind the bat. 4 slip a gully. Backward point, the wicket keeper. Wow. Excellent overs come to an end. A successful over has come to an end as well from Edwards. He picked up a wicket. And a run as well came from it. He's 1 for 41 from his 5. So Michael Clark with the number 11 jersey in his back. Magnificent spell of bowling so far. 4 wickets to his credit. Starts with a slower delivery down the leg side. Wicket keeper Dewar not handled cleanly. And 2 wides now is the signal of the umpire. First time we'll see a bad delivery from a Michael Clark. Who was great control, great consistency. Hence why his reward is 4 for 17 in his 5th over. Score is 61 for 5. AB 213. They won 2 games out of the 3-match series. That's the Andre Bryce bilateral 3-match series. Well, Michael Clark needs no second invitation. The middle stump plucked out of the ground, and Michael Clark picks up a 5-er. Top delivery through the gate. And this is where Michael Clark is very good. He's at his ultimate best. Look at that for a delivery through the gate. The in-swinger. And Giovanni Gray driving. And look at that through the gate. Middle stump plucked out of the ground. And Michael Clark, jubilation for the fast bowler. Another 5-wicket haul. He's 5 for 19. And AB 213. They are in more trouble upon trouble here at Sabina Park. They are 61 for the loss of 6. Another clip of the replay. In slow motion. Look at that. Pitch outside that 4th stump area. Came back with the arm and plucked the mega stump out of the ground. Michael Clark, your beauty. 5 for 19 into his 5th, 61 for 6. And a second 5-wicket haul of the series from Michael Clark. How impressive is this fast bowler? Over the years, he's doing it over and over and over again. He has done it in Jamaica Cricket Association Super 50 and now in this Bryce Academy, a bilateral series of 3. 2 5-wicket haul in 3 games. Outstanding from the fast bowler from Lucas Cricket Club. And he was a part of a victorious under-19 team that won double in St. Vincent. Credit must be given to this fast bowler. Justin Adlam is the new batter. He picked up some 2 wickets today as well with ball in hand. But a big ask of him with bat in hand if his team is to go across the line. And Michael Clark with a figure. Look at his figures. Impressive from the fast bowler. 4.1 overs. 5 for 19. Whoa. And look at the big wickets he had picked up in his... Fast, straight, it's gone! A full delivery swung back into the right-hander. That's Justin Adlam. He leave alone. A load appeal. Look at the replay here. Oh my gracious me. Mighty close. Given out. Judge leg before. But a 6-wicket now for Michael Clark, who is also on a hat-trick here is Clark. Whoa, a turning point. Michael Clark, your beauty. It looked very adjacent to me. Hit him on his back leg. And Michael Clark is very skillful with this ball in hand. Another look at the replay. Thank you, my producer. Bang! Mighty close. The jaded arms of the umpire went up. And a disappointed Justin Adlam has to go back without scoring. One delivery faced. And suddenly, Michael Clark is on a hat-trick. Based on what we have seen here in slow motion, pitch outside leg stump. Hit him outside leg, I should say. Hit outside leg stump. If we had a review system here, I think the batter would still be at the wicket. But the umpire has the final say. And Clark has 6 for 19. Oh my gracious me! Hat-trick for Michael Clark. Folks, hat-trick. The first hat-trick of the competition. Michael Clark, the hero, on the day, the 3rd of November, 2024, here at Sabina Park. Michael. Look at that hard delivery. Playing from the crease. Bang! And the half stump disturbed. And hat-trick at Sabina Park. Michael Clark, 7 for 19. 4.5 overs. What an impressive spell of fast bowling we witness here. Look at that. Wrong line. Wow. Peach of a delivery, they want to say. And jubilation for the medium fast of Lucas Cricket Club. Nine and a half overs. Michael Clark picks up 7 wickets in 9.5 overs. Impressive spell of fast bowling. Another look at the replay here for his hat-trick. Bang on target. The batter, Neil, had no clue to the answer. And Jones is stranded at the non-striker's end, courtesy of some fantastic spell of bowling from Michael Clark and his drinks here at Sabina Park. The home of cricket, the Mecca, Sabina Park. Look at that for a delivery. Oh my word, what is happening here at Sabina Park? A slight jizzle as well. But Michael Clark is a hero. 4 wickets in over number 5 from him. Top spell of fast bowling. And there's a chance for even 5 in the over as well. When you look at the context of the game now, 9 wickets down, Michael Clark, 8 for 19, 4 wickets in 4 delivery. But if rain should interrupt the game now, and 20 over haven't bowled, the match isn't being constituted. Cricket is a funny old game of cricket. Look at the slip card. 7 slip, a gully. Waiting. Full toss. Punch through the cover region. From Dante Clark. Oh, 63 now for 9. Badly line delivery this time from Michael Clark. Excellent wicket keeping this time. So folks, rain interrupt play here at Sabina Park in the third of the Bryce Bilateral series. Final game of the series. But look at the scorecard, a sad batting scorecard for the AB 213 at 76 for the loss of 9. And Michael Clark is the hero on the day. 8 for 17. A remarkable spell of bowling from the fast bowler. He has been very impressive for the last 3 years. In all cricket he has been participated in, and credit must be given to that man, Michael Clark. But rains here at Sabina Park, so we'll back to give you more update if the weather permits. This is your boy Marlon Pinnock and Harvey Liggins signing out from Sabina Park.